Hi, good evening. This is take two. I just got a new webcam, and so I'm testing it out for Facebook Live. So if you watch this, please let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Is it a clear picture? Can you hear me okay? I'd love to hear from you. So I'm just going to give a few moments for some people to join, and then we're going to talk about mental health today. And I'm also going to read a few pages from my latest book, Get Up. So welcome, glad to have you here. If you've not heard, hold on, let me get this in the right place. I wrote my first book, yay! It was published in March of this year. It's called Get Up, and it talks about my journey from brokenness to purpose. So, hi Elizabeth, how are you? And so a lot of what I talk about in my book is mental health. And so I thought it was fitting to have a conversation with you today on the first day of National Mental Health Awareness Month. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be more transparent and visible with my journey of having a mental health disease, because I want other people to feel comfortable and confident in talking about getting the help that they need, right? And I've said this before. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. I've said this before about mental health, but, with physical ailments, we don't shame anyone. We say, yes, go get the help you need. We're here for you. We're praying for you. Yes. But when someone mentions mental health, especially in the community of faith, we are not as open with how we talk about it. We're not as open with how we encourage people to go get help. And so I've really committed to being open about my own personal journey with depression and anxiety. So thank you for joining. If you're here, give me a thumbs up so I can see you. I just got my nails done yesterday, so I'm going to be trying to show them off as much as I can during this during this video. So give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're here. If you're watching this on replay, give me a hashtag replay in the comments so that I know you're watching this after I went live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a chapter from my book, Get Up, that talks about my depression. And then let's talk about it. So if you have any comments or questions, put them in the comment box and let's have a dialogue. All right. So in the book, I outline my journey through brokenness to purpose. And then each chapter in the second part of the book is really about giving advice and guidance to people who want to get up. And so this chapter is titled Get Up, Take Care of Yourself. So I'm going to read it for you as a special treat. All right. As an extreme extrovert, I get energized by interacting with others. However, when depression hits, I want to be alone with my thoughts and negative self-talk. Without other people around, I don't receive the amount of energy that I need to be productive. Therefore, the depression persists. It's a vicious cycle. My depression feels like I am trapped in a frozen lake. It is lonely, cold, suffocating. I can see my reflection in the ice and beg myself to find a way out. But there's no escape. Depression is a disease that excludes a person from the rest of the world. It takes away one's motivation, drive, and their reason for being. In that lake, I move slowly. I have trouble breathing. It's hard for me to see life clearly. Depression aims to steal my purpose and isolates me from my friends and family. Depression grabs me tight. It's unyielding. It whispers in my ear, "You are mine. I am yours. We are forever bound." It dares me to separate myself. It gives me a glimpse of hope and then reaches out for me, slowly pulling me back into its grasp. Depression feels so good to me because it is familiar. It's an old friend I often find comfort in. Make no mistake, though, as good as depression feels, it is also murderous. Depression kills dreams, plans, purpose. Depression replaces all those things with doubt, negativity, fear, and anxiety. It lulls you to sleep while the world passes you by. Unofficially, I've been dealing with depression my entire adult life. Officially, I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety about 9 years ago after seeing a therapist. 2 years ago, I was prescribed antidepressants due to a debilitating depression and anxiety, which manifested as fatigue, loss of motivation, irritability, sadness, uncontrollable crying, long hours of sleeping, and isolation. I've never been good at regularly taking medication, and although I am a creature of habit, taking my meds has never been part of my routine. I've set timers on my phone. I've set my pills by my toothbrush in the bathroom. I've bought those weekly pill calendar containers to keep in my purse, but I've never been good at taking pills for more than a week at a time. This, I should tell you, is not healthy and not recommended, especially with antidepressants. But I can tell when I've missed taking my prescription for too many days in a row. It doesn't take long for my symptoms to show themselves. After about 5 days without meds, I suffer from mood swings, chronic migraines, dizziness, fatigue, sadness, and anxiety. I cry for no reason and snap at those around me. I lose motivation to be productive. I realize that some people will never take antidepressants, but they have been a gift to me to help me deal with my illness. I don't plan on taking those meds for the rest of my life because my hope is that I will be healed of the disease of depression. In the interim, I recognize the value of how my medications help me stay mentally balanced. And staying mentally balanced helps me serve myself and others better. I want to encourage you to take care of yourself physically and mentally. Resist the urge to put others above you at the detriment of your own health. Take your meds. Go outside and breathe in fresh air. Work out. Eat better. Do that which is necessary for you to be healthy and whole. What are some other things that you can do to take care of yourself? So that's the short chapter on how depression feels to me. And I think of it like when you're on an airplane and the flight attendants are giving you instructions, the safety instructions before you take off. And when they talk about the air that will come down, the air masks that come down, they always say, if you have small children traveling with you, put your mask on first before you put the mask on the children. And that's because if you are not taken care of, you can't take care of those children that are with you. And so when I think about depression and the ways that we can be healed from it, such as, or not even be healed, but the ways that we can take care of ourselves with mental health. So, if it's taking medication, if it's seeing a therapist, if it's praying about it, if it's using some, herbal medicine or some type of natural remedies, right? You have to put that air mask on your face first before you can help anyone else. And so for me, it's a decision that I've made as a mother to make sure that I am mentally healthy and mentally in a good state of mind so that I can be a good mom. And so I'd love to hear from some of you. So we have a comment. I find it hard to open up about my illness. People just don't understand what I've endured. I've had that as well. Even when trying to talk about this with my parents, when I first told them that I deal with depression and anxiety, it was hard for them to grasp it because I was very good at hiding it. Even just recently, I was talking to a friend and that I've known for almost a decade, and she said, Beth, I never knew you dealt with these things because I'm so good at hiding it until it gets so bad that I can't. And so what I want to do is normalize these conversations, right? I want to continue to talk about it so that with my friends and my family, I'm at a place now where I'm able to say to them, hey, you know what, guys, I'm having a down day today. So I'm not going to answer calls. I'm not going to answer texts. I'm really just going to kind of work through this. There have been days when I say, hey, I'm not feeling social today. I'll be back at it tomorrow. And they understand. They don't get offended. They don't get upset or worried because I have normalized the conversation with them. So I've talked with them about, hey, this is what I'm going through. This is what it feels like. And this is how I deal. So hi, everyone. For those of you who have just joined, thank you for joining. Today I am talking about mental health. Today is the first day of National Mental Health Awareness Month. And so I'm talking about my own journey with depression and anxiety. If you missed, I did read a chapter out of my new book, shameless plug, Get Up. And depression and anxiety are a large part of my story of me being in brokenness. And so I write about that in the book. So after this live, if you didn't get a chance to hear the reading, please go back and listen to it. But yeah, what we're talking about now is really just normalizing it, right? And so, yeah, thanks, Mary Beth. Yeah, it does help to share, to educate others, and then also, you're right, to heal from it. The more I talk about it, the less captive I am to it. The more that I take control over it, the less control it has over me. And so I'm not a mental health professional. I just want to, put that out there. But I believe in mental health professionals. I have a therapist. I go and talk to her, and she is very real with me, which is I need that tough love. So she gives me that tough love, and she's like, all right, you got to do your work. This is what you have to do. She doesn't let me lay in that puddle of despair and gloom and doom. She makes me get up. She makes me get out of it. And that's what I need. But that might not be the right decision for everyone. Some people may need someone who's a little more loving, who is a little more, I don't want to say coddling, but is not as tough as my therapist is. I also take mental health drugs. So I take a daily pill for depression. I take that every day. It also has the benefit, I do have an autoimmune disorder, so it has the benefit of helping me feel better from the fibromyalgia that I have, which we'll talk about that on May 12th, because that is Fibromyalgia Awareness Day. And then I have an anxiety medicine that I take for emergencies. So if I am having a panic attack, if I'm having an anxiety attack, then I do take that medicine to help calm that attack. And so a lot of people don't talk about this. You're not going to hear a lot of people being as open with you, but I really want to normalize these conversations so that when people feel like they need to get help, they don't have a feeling of shame. They don't have a feeling of fear, but they feel brave and empowered to get help. And that's really my mission, is to help people get up, which is the title of my book. So I just want to know, I'm just going to take a look at the comments and see if there are any questions or any comments. Thank you all so much for joining and for watching. And so every day this month, I have committed to posting something about mental health. So in the comments, tell me, what topics around mental health would you like to see me post about? What things would you like me to record a video, or try to maybe bring on a mental health professional to talk about things with you? And so I'm going to do that every day this month. Let's see how it goes. Take the journey with me. So thanks for joining, and I will talk to you later. Bye.